Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A Wenatchee man who previously pleaded guilty in a gang-related assault now faces multiple new charges from a police chase last week. A contractor has pleaded guilty after defrauding the federal government in a Moses Lake airport project. Rain mixed with snow showers will continue with cool weather through Monday and then sunshine and warmer temperatures. More coming up in your weather forecast. Upper Valley fire agencies were summoned this afternoon to a major house fire in Cashmere. Authorities say the residential fire in the 300 block of Chapel Street broke out shortly after 1:30 p.m. Smoke and flames were visible from the roof of the single-story home by the time firefighters arrived. Fire officials say the residents of the home were able to safely evacuate. Chelan County property records show the single-family home has stood since 1950. For more on this story as it develops, check out our website, ncwlife.com. A Cashmere man who assaulted his former partner was sentenced Thursday to 10 years in prison for the crime. Colin Curtis Carlson is 26 years old. In February 2023, Carlson broke into the victim's home, strangled her, and threatened her with sexual assault. Chelan County Judge Travis Brandt handed down the exceptional high sentence after Carlson pleaded guilty to second-degree assault and burglary. The prison term is more than twice the standard range for the crime. At the time of the assault, Carlson was already on DOC supervised release for a malicious mischief conviction. He's been held in the Chelan County Jail since his arrest last April. A Wenatchee man who previously pleaded guilty in a gang-related assault now faces multiple new charges from a police chase last week. 30-year-old Juan Arturo Bolaños allegedly drove away from a Wenatchee police officer's attempt to pull him over on February 22nd, starting a high-speed chase that ended when Bolaños crashed the Dodge Charger he was driving into a parked vehicle. Police say they found fentanyl in Bolaños' pocket and a handgun near his car. He's now charged with DUI, unlawful firearm possession, drug possession, eluding police, and hit and run. 2 years ago, Bolaños pleaded guilty to conspiracy to assault in a June 2021 shooting that injured a man in East Wenatchee. He remains held in the Chelan County Jail. The suspect accused of shooting and killing another man outside East Wenatchee 1 month ago is now set to stand trial in April. 34-year-old Travis Collins pleaded not guilty Thursday in the murder of 35-year-old Julio Garcia Ramirez. Garcia was found dead from a gunshot wound to the head near a parked vehicle January 31st on Rock Island Road in what investigators say appeared to be a drug deal gone wrong. Police arrested Collins on February 19th at his home near Coles Corner. They say Collins arranged to buy cocaine from Garcia and brought a .40 caliber pistol that would be used as collateral. Douglas County Judge Brian Huber set Collins' trial date this week. Collins remains held in the Chelan County Jail, charged with first and second-degree murder, assault, and robbery. When we come back, high school students are getting closer at the chance to earn more college credits before graduating. The Walking Start to Running Start bill is sponsored by 12th District Senator Brad Hawkins, and it passed last night. The Columbia River Drug Task Force is reflecting on a successful year with 104 arrests out of 119 new cases opened for 2023. And the city of Wenatchee has launched a video series on their YouTube channel called Doing Business in Wenatchee that's available in both Spanish and English. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort. Totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air. Call Alpine Air.
Abby says thank you to all the hometown heroes making our community so great. If you know a deserving hometown hero, shoot us an email, hero@abbys.com. Every week, we'll thank some of these heroes with a free giant pizza. Abby's, proud to serve your community. Be a hero tonight. Treat your family and friends to Abby's famous hometown hero pizza. This giant features our classic pepperoni, tasty Italian sausage, and crisp green peppers for a one-of-a-kind legendary flavor. Visit abbys.com for a special pizza at a very special price.
High school students are getting closer at the chance to earn more college credits before graduating. The Walking Start to Running Start bill, sponsored by 12th District Senator Brad Hawkins, passed the House last night. The bill allows students to earn up to 10 college credits in the summer before their junior year of high school. The program would serve as a head start to Running Start, where students in 11th and 12th grade can earn their AA during their high school years. The bill was first introduced during the 2023 session and now will head to Governor Inslee's desk for consideration. The Columbia River Drug Task Force is reflecting on a successful year with 119 new cases opened for 2023. Of those 119 cases, 104 were arrests. The task force also seized $175,000 in bank accounts and over $76,000 in cash. 56 search warrants that were conducted led to the recovery of 21 firearms, a number of which were stolen. In terms of drugs, the task force seized 5,500 grams of methamphetamine, 24,970 fentanyl pills, 74.6 grams of pure fentanyl powder, and 750 grams of cocaine. Moving into 2024, the task force says it will continue its dedication to reducing crime and creating a safer community. A contractor is pleaded guilty after defrauding the federal government in a Moses Lake airport project. 42-year-old Christopher Hamilton Clemens was ineligible to hold a government contract based on a recent bribery conviction. Despite that, he formed a new company and applied to design and build improvements to the control tower at Grant County International Airport. Clemens' company was paid nearly $480,000 by the Federal Aviation Administration before his deception was uncovered. U.S. Attorney Vanessa Waldrop announced Wednesday that Clemens had pleaded guilty to conspiracy to defraud the United States. He'll be sentenced May 29th in Spokane federal court when he faces up to 5 years in prison. The city of Wenatchee has launched a video series on their YouTube channel called Doing Business in Wenatchee that is available in both Spanish and English. The video series launched on February 28th and teaches the important fundamentals of running a successful business in the Valley.
Let's start with what it looks like for a new business. Every Wenatchee business license application submitted to the Department of Revenue gets routed to my department for review and final approval. Before a Wenatchee endorsement is approved, we look at two things. Land use, which is making sure the business is allowed in its proposed location, and building inspections, which is making sure the physical space is safe for everyone.
To make sure I understand, even if someone has a Washington State business license through the Department of Revenue, they still need the city to confirm that their business idea is in the right place and is safe to operate. Is that correct?
That's exactly right.
Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we'll tell you how the Upper Valley nonprofit Waste Loop is renovating an old building in Cashmere. Snow possible still overnight and tomorrow morning with more showers through Monday. I'll have all the details coming up in your local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
As Chelan's premier lifestyle store, Willow, find unique home decor, clothing, jewelry, and more. Come visit for a welcoming and memorable shopping experience.
Lake Chelan Sports is the place to find top brands like Hoka, Ons, Patagonia, and now a full line of Warray products. With excellent customer service, Lake Chelan Sports has what you need.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
So, how's Evan?
Well, he's all grown up now, but I worry about him.
So many dangers in the world. COVID, the environment, the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I hear opioid misuse is on the rise.
I don't even know how to start a conversation with him.
This might help. GetTheFactsRx.com. There's a whole section on how to talk about opioids with your family.
Offer support, not judgment. Cool.
Talk to your family about the dangers of opioids. Visit GetTheFactsRx.com.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Road, NCWLIFE channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today and let's find your happy place.
In tonight's features story, the Upper Valley nonprofit Waste Loop has spent the first 5 years of its existence going where the need is, helping community members find resources for recycling and repair. Last night, the group hosted a repair cafe in Leavenworth, offering free fix-it services for damaged clothes, appliances, and other home goods. Now, Waste Loop wants a central space where people can find help and materials for home repair and building projects. Eastside Rebuild is a reclaimed space on Railroad Avenue in Cashmere. Outreach manager Amanda Close says the new center is under renovation right now.
Eastside Rebuild is our latest project, and it is a brick and mortar facility where we will be developing a salvage building material retail side of things, open for community donation. So if you have like leftover lumber, hardware, appliances from a building project, those can be brought to Eastside, and then they'll be sorted, organized, priced, and then available for community members at affordable prices. That will be one side of the facility. Another piece will be a tool library. So it'll be similar to a general library, but instead of books, we'll be checking out tools. And we're hoping to have a wide variety of tools that can be used on different home projects. And then the third component is education. And so it'll be a site for, as I mentioned, the repair cafes, but then also workshops focused on building skills related to home improvement construction, and also reuse, repurposing. Hopefully materials that came in through the retail space. We are hoping for the end of April as kind of a grand opening. Well, we are currently accepting donated materials though, kind of by an appointment basis. And if we're not having a workshop, certainly the folks working there would be able to point you in direction of assistance, recommendations, what you might need. We may even, hopefully down the line, have some of those kind of like common projects that folks are interested in, little how-to guides or resource sheets. We're hoping that starting in April, we'll be able to utilize our new space, Eastside Rebuild in Cashmere, to host monthly clinics. So I'm thinking at the moment they'll be the first Wednesday of each month. And then we'll also host pop-up clinics, probably seasonally, a couple a year up here in Leavenworth, a couple down in Wenatchee, just to broaden our accessibility for folks that can't travel to Cashmere.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Friday. It was pretty decent throughout most of the day, and then about 3 o'clock this afternoon, this started happening. That's right, snow that was predicted today started falling mid-afternoon. This is our Rock Island camera, so you can see it was moving in from the west, and it did drop some snow in Rock Island. Also, plenty of snow up in the Chelan area. This was our Bear Mountain camera from this afternoon, so you can see that snow moving in to the Lake Chelan area as well. But as far as Wenatchee goes, out our weather window, look at that. At the same time frame, hadn't quite gotten into the Wenatchee area yet. Just a little bit of rain mixed with snow shower. You can see the wet roadway on Chelan Avenue from this afternoon. But boy, you can sure see where that storm moved in. And we've got more of that to talk about. We'll see intermittent snow showers through about Monday in our forecast. Maybe a drier day on Sunday. But that'll make for some winter travel in some areas. Keep that in mind. Slick roads and sidewalks at times because our temperatures will continue to cool down, and boy, they did that today. We'll talk more about that coming up. High temperature today, 45 degrees, and that was early today. We've been in the mid-30s for most of the afternoon today, mainly because that cold front slid through. 47 is our normal high temperature, and 63, beautiful day in 2013, our record high. 34 this morning, slightly above where we should be for normal for our low at 30 degrees, and our record low, 14. And that was set in 1993. We'll update our precipitation when we get together again on Monday. Sunrise 6:40 and sunsets at 5:47. All right, taking a look at temperatures as we get you into the weekend, and they are going to be a little cooler than today. 44s for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 43 in Quincy. We will be around the 40-degree mark in Wenatchee, and get used to that. We're going to stay there for a few days. 39s for Cashmere and Leavenworth, and a chilly 36 degrees for high temperature up in beautiful Lake Wenatchee. All right, tonight, huge area of low pressure, and it's bringing snow and rain showers all up and down the west coast. This particular area could see 5 to 10 feet of snow as we get into the upcoming weekend. We're going to continue to see that overnight tonight. This is our morning snow that we expect in the Wenatchee area. That will taper off in the afternoon tomorrow. High temperatures right around, as we mentioned, 40 degrees. Low pressure will stay around for our Sunday too, and it'll move just up into northwest Washington. But most of the shower activity should miss us on Sunday and stay into the western part of the state. Will be cool though. High temperatures only in those upper 30s for highs on Sunday. And then as we kick off our next work week on Monday, cloudy skies, a 60% chance. Not so much snow during the day. Most of it will stay to our south, but look what happens when we get into the evening hours on Monday. More snow in our forecast. We're not expecting a lot of accumulating snow out of these two systems. High temperatures Monday, once again around 40. For Tuesday, back to the nicer weather. Here's the edge of an area of high pressure that's beginning to nose into Washington. That'll warm us up into the low 40s for Tuesday, and that will be our situation getting into midweek Wednesday too. Mostly sunny. We'll see lots of sun from central into eastern Washington, but we'll stay seasonably cool with high temperatures only in the low 40s on Wednesday, and then we'll do a little better than that. Here's that high pressure area, and there's a ridge now up and over the Pacific Northwest. That'll bring us mostly sunny skies and warmer temperatures. Highs by next Thursday into those mid-40s. All right, taking a look at your 7-day forecast. 29 overnight tonight. Good chance for morning snow tomorrow, giving way to some clouds in the afternoon on Saturday. A little bit of break from the wet stuff on Sunday, and cool 39 degrees. More evening snow showers expected on Monday with a high temperature of 40, and then lots of sun as we get into the first and middle part of next week. High temperature by the time we get to Thursday, 46 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Philip Grubauer stopped 33 shots. That was all of them. As a matter of fact, his first shutout of the season. Oliver Bjorkstrand scored. Alex Wenberg scored. The Kraken beat the Penguins last night. The final was 2-0.
You got to get in people's way now. You don't have to run through the end boards, but somebody has to put a hat on somebody.
Morgan now gets it again. A shot pinballing off Wenberg. They score! Oliver Bjorkstrand. You can cue the maestro at the right time. 7:35 left to go in period one. The Kraken break the ice.
And Will fires this puck to the net. I think that goes off of Wenberg, and everybody's all of a sudden not sure where this puck is. And I think Ollie knocks this puck out of midair. Oh, yes, he does. Right between the legs, JT, of Tristan Jarry.
Yamamoto hurried up a bit. Dunn popping out McCann in a sweet spot. It goes off the glass. Held in by Dunn. Recaptured a bit by Carter. Wenberg dances, powers in, Yamamoto, stopped, Wenberg, they score! Alex Wenberg! Hey, what do you say? 2-0, Seattle!
What an effort by Vince Dunn at the blue line to keep the play alive. Tolvanen gets the puck down low, Wenberg takes it to the net. Yamamoto is there, and then look at the hands here and the persistency by Alex Wenberg. He kicks it from his skate to his stick. Jarry gets a piece, but not enough. What an effort by Alex Wenberg.
In tight, Sidney Crosby moves forward with Malkin. Raquel, great stop by Grubauer.
All the way across, and here's an opportunity, and Philip Grubauer fights this shot off from Rickard Raquel.
Raquel for Pittsburgh, final hope here. McCann has it. That's Kraken hockey, baby.
The Kraken have now won 3 of their last 4 games. They've scored points at a critical time of the year in 6 of their last 7 games. They wrap up their 6-game homestand tomorrow afternoon against the Edmonton Oilers. Men's college basketball, everybody won last night. We'll start out with Washington State. Isaiah Watts, 18 points. Washington State didn't even take the lead in their game against USC until 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter, but they pulled it out.
Got to keep your eye on him.
This is kind of a hair on your chest game for USC. They can potentially grow from this opportunity as well, as they try and angle towards a run in the tournament despite their losing record. Collier can't make it work inside. Another chance to tie or take the lead for Washington State.
Yeah, this is a big possession right here. The whole crowd is almost standing on their feet.
Mismatch. Rice gets by Iwachukwu for the lead. Woo!
Isaiah Watts, ladies and gentlemen, yak him. Oh, boy, is he having himself a ball game. How about Morgan for sealing his defender and getting an easy dunk.
He's been sidelined with some foul trouble. Big basket there. Turnaround Wells. Hello, Jalen Wells. Welcome to the game.
There's no way that pass had a chance.
Jalen Wells.
Yeah, I told you, big-time players step up when the game is on the line.
He hit a couple on his last trip. That was his first miss in 5 attempts today. This to make it a 2-score game again. No. Rebound, Rodman. No timeouts for the Trojans.
Well, they've got to go quick. Collier's not on the floor either. That's the problem.
Boogie Ellis is. Kobe Johnson in the corner. Under 10 seconds to play. Here is Ellis. Gets the 3 off. No. Rodman tips out. Johnson for the 3. That's a miss. Game over. Washington State was down nearly the entire way, but they outlast the Trojans.
The Cougars still have a chance to win the Pac-12 regular season title for the first time since World War II. They'll try and keep up this hot streak. They have UCLA coming to Pullman tomorrow. As far as the Husky men, they snapped a 9-game losing streak to UCLA, and they did it in impressive fashion. They crushed the Bruins last night in Seattle. The final was 94-77 for the Huskies. 15 3-pointers on the night.
Deep three for Wood.
It's March tomorrow, partner.
Hard to believe.
Nice pass.
Down low and thrown it down.
We're going to trust Dylan Andrews. He's one of the top players in minutes per game.
Oh my goodness.
Let's put an exclamation point on this half.
Mack on the drive and rejected.
Keon Brooks is one of the reasons that Sabir Wheeler ended up in Washington.
Oh, he banks it.
94-77 the final. Impressive performance.
The Huskies will host Southern California tomorrow in their regular season finale. They may have a post-game home game. We shall find out. And for Gonzaga, they won their 29th in a row over San Francisco. I'm no expert, but that's a lot. They blew out the Dons down in San Francisco. The final was 86-68. They have clinched a bye into the second round of the West Coast Conference Tournament. They play St. Mary's, their rival, tomorrow. And the Eastern Washington men, they have clinched the Big Sky Championship for the second year in a row by beating Montana last night in Cheney. For the women, not so good. Washington State got creamed by Utah 82-67. Colorado just got by the Huskies 68-62. But Eastern, the ladies, they did beat Montana 56-55. Mariners keep losing games. Thank goodness they don't count. White Sox beat them yesterday in a split squad game. The final was 6-5. Same story we've seen all year. Mariners starting pitching is pretty good. Bullpen, not so much. The Mariners are taking on the Rockies this afternoon at 12:10. That's actually on TV, or was anyway, on Root Sports Northwest. The men's college basketball schedule, full slate. As we already mentioned, the Washington State Cougars trying to chase Arizona down. They will be hosting our good friends from UCLA in Pullman tomorrow. It is Gonzaga and St. Mary's down in California. That's at 7 o'clock on ESPN. And USC in Washington at 1 o'clock on the Columbia Broadcasting System. There are 4 local teams that can win state championships this weekend. We'll start with Ellensburg. They've won 74 consecutive games now. They're in the state semifinals in the 2A division. Ellensburg all over White River last night. They will take on Prosser, their rivals from their same conference. This will be the third time Ellensburg and Prosser have played each other in the state 2A semifinals. That is 3:45 this afternoon. Cashmere got clobbered by Deer Park in the 1A girls quarterfinals. They lost by 30 to Deer Park, but the Lady Bulldogs can still take home a trophy. They'll take on Kings, or did take on Kings this afternoon at 2 o'clock. 2B, Okanagan can take home the state championship. They're just 2 wins away. They beat Colfax yesterday. The final was 44-35. They took on Warden this afternoon at 3:45. If they win that game, it's off to the state championship. Brewster girls, however, lost to Napavine. The final was 48-46. They can still take a trophy home, though. Brewster took on Toutle Lake this morning at 10:30. In 1B, this is really cool. Waterville-Mansfield, the girls basketball team, has never won a state trophy. They have guaranteed themselves some hardware by beating Garfield-Palouse last night 57-33. At 9 o'clock tonight, Waterville-Mansfield will take on Mount Vernon Christian in the state semifinals. That is awesome. 9 o'clock tonight. Way to go, Waterville-Mansfield. Boys, Lake Roosevelt. They are still in the hunt for a state championship. There you go. They beat Toutle Lake 69-31. You don't see that score too often in state championship basketball. So Lake Roosevelt in the semifinals. The boys, they take on Columbia Burbank at 7:15 tonight. Moses Lake Christian boys in the 1B bracket lost to Nia Bay 62-54. They played Columbia Adventist this morning at 10:30, but they can still win a trophy. And don't forget about Wenatchee Wild Hockey, a very good Moose Jaw team in town. They're in second place in the East. The Wenatchee Wild 4th place in the West. They will drop the puck at the Town Toyota Center Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And those are just some of the games that people are playing.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great weekend.